Hello everyone, I'm going to teach you on how to navigate the MS Excel application. Now it's very important that you know MS Excel application or the spreadsheet, especially that you are taking psychological stat. For one reason, it's the most accessible application that you can use, especially in dealing with basic statistical functions. Okay, so you have to know first the different parts or the basic parts of the MS Excel application window for you to easily navigate the spreadsheet. So we have here from file up to this arrow up, we call this as ribbon. Okay, and we have different tabs. So we have file tab, home tab, and then one of the important tabs that we will be using is the data tab that later I will explain. And also we have here file tab, and then also we have here the name box, we have here the insert function, and we have the formula bar. Now if you want to hide the ribbon, you can just click this one, and then if you want to return it, just type Control F1, and then the ribbon will be appearing again. We also have here the cells. We call it as cells. So these are cells, and this is the columns. A, B, C are the columns, and the numbers are rows. Okay, now we have here the first activity. So let's go to activity 1A. And these are the things that we need to do. Okay, first, we get the sum of the following. So we will be encoding it in cell B1 to 15. So in column B. Okay, so we have to type the following numbers. So we have 1, we have 7, we have 2, we have 4, we have 1, we have 9, we have 8, we have 6, we have 7, we have 2, we have 9, and then we have 1, we have 9, we have 8, and we have 5. Okay, so now that we already encoded it into cells B1 to 15, we need to utilize now the insert function and the formula bar. Now in the insert function, we have here, this is okay, so we have the most recently used, we can use financial, we can use statistical, so there you go. But if you know the function, you might not need it, or you might not be needing this anymore. Okay, so since we're going to get the sum, the first thing that we need to do in the formula bar is to encode first and to use the formula using the equal sign first. So equal sign will always be the or you will always need to use this before you can go with other formula. So you cannot proceed by just inputting the formula without using the equal sign. So it's very important to use the equal sign. And then next, what will be the function name? So since we'll be adding them, so it's sum. Yes, and there are also some suggestions there. And the next one is that we need to encode the argument. So what are the numbers that we're going to add? Okay, so we need not to indicate them all, but we will be using an open parenthesis and then end it with a close parenthesis. Now here we have B1. So the first one, B1 cell, and then we can use comma if we want to, B1, B2, B3, but it's really taxing. So we have an alternative. So if we want to get all of this in the column, all we need to do is to use a colon and then the last number or the last sample, which is in B15, and then close parenthesis and then enter. So again, so the things that you need in order for you to come up with the result is first equal sign, and then it will be followed by the function name, and lastly, what are the arguments or what's the argument. Okay, other ways to do it. Now we also have, you can actually do this. So if you if you want to highlight, so again, we go back, equal sign, sum, and then open parentheses. Now, if you just want to highlight the numbers, just highlight the numbers and then close parentheses and then enter. Okay, and so that's it. Okay, other ways for the sum, you can also do auto sum function. Now, for the auto sum function, you just have to go to home. Okay, so we delete this. So you just go to home, and then we have here the editing, and then you click the auto sum. Okay, see, automatically it will appear, and then enter. So there you go. So we're done with the first step. Okay, next will be arrange the numbers from lowest to highest. So the B1 to B15, we arrange it from lowest to highest. Now, do you know what's the function for that? Okay, we can do it by highlighting the cells, and then you just have to do right click, and then you can see sort. So you can do sort smallest to largest or sort largest to smallest, but here we are asked to sort it from smallest to largest, and there you go. There will be a warning here, a dialog box will appear and will ask as to whether you want to expand the selection or you continue with the current selection. Now, we do the expand the selection option if you think that B cells are independent with other columns, like column A or cells in the A column are also important to be sorted. Let's say, for example, you have names and then their data is dependent with each other. However, since B cells are not dependent with the A, you just have to continue with the current selection and then sort. So there you go. So we have from 1 to 9. Okay. And then next we get the average of B1 to B15. What we need to do is, let's say I want to see the average in B17. So we have equal sign, and then the function here will be average. So you can do that, average. And then we have the argument, so B1 to 15. So again, we highlight the B1 to 15, and then close parenthesis, and then enter. So there you go. Okay. Now, we might want to round off the average to whole number. So how are we going to round off the average to whole number? What function are we going to use for the whole number? Or would it be possible to put it here in B18, or can we just also put it in B17? Now, you have your ways, but if you want to easily or if you want your data to be in one cell, we can do it. Okay, first, so easy for you to easily get the formula or to learn the formula. Again, we use the equal sign and then round function, and then open parentheses. Now, here are arguments here, like what's the number to be rounded, and also what does it mean when we say num digits. Okay, now here we want to round the B17 to the whole number. Now again, we use the comma and then the num digits. Now when you want to get suggestions, you just need to click this one. Okay, but well, it's not appearing. Anyways, you can have it. Yeah, so that's okay. So the number digits is the number of digits to which you want to round. So let's say, for example, 0 to the nearest integer would mean a whole number. So you click it. So since you want it whole number, so it's 0, and then see, automatically it will have a close parenthesis, and then you. So we'll be expecting 5 here, anyways, because it's 5.2. Okay, so it's still 5. Okay, so that's it. So again, this one, the num digits will be how many digits or how many decimal places you want to get. So let's say, for example, 2. Okay, so we'll be expecting a 5.27 here. It's 5.27. Now, another way is if you want to combine the formula of average and round rather than doing a lot of or utilizing a lot of cells. Now here, we can have this. So since you already have the average and you want to round it, we'll just expand the formula and the arguments here. Now, since we're going to round it, and that's we already got this, now we just have to utilize the round function, and then open parenthesis, and then again, they're asking for num digits, and then 0, of course, so comma, and then 0, and then close parenthesis, and then there you go. Okay, so that's how you're going to utilize the round function. Okay, so it's just a matter of using the parentheses and different strings, and there you go. Okay, next, we're going now to plot it using a scatter plot. Okay, now here we just have to go to insert. So you click insert and you will see this one. So we have insert column or bar chart, we have insert line or area chart, and we have pie, but since, and we also have here's the scatter, and also we have combo chart. So this is the chart section. Okay, now we will be using a scatter plot here. Okay, now in using the scatter plot, we first need to highlight the cells. So we highlight the cells and then we click scatter. So I think this one is good, so we use this one. Okay, so you can use with lines or no lines. Okay, scatter with markers, so we use this one. Okay, and then there you go. Okay, so you can use that. And then next, we change the chart title to grade. So this is the chart title, so we just have to double click it and we have to change it to grades. Okay, so there you go. So that's the first activity for the day. So we learned how to sort, how to encode the different, we also learned the different parts of the MS Excel application window, and then getting the average, rounding off to whole number, and using the scatter plot. Okay, so that's our first activity.